Today I'd like to share with you guys my choices for my daughter for 7th grade for the upcoming school year. So that's for 2020-2021. So the first thing that I will show you is the IEW Student Writing Intensive Level B for writing that we're going to do with her. Now, we used this program last year, and if you're interested in seeing what it's all about, I have 3 or 4 videos about it from last year on my channel if you're interested in watching those. So we almost finished this. There are only 3 lessons left in here. So we will complete this program and then we will move on to another IEW product. So we're going to use the US history-based writing lessons. So this is an earlier version. They do have a more current version now. So the things in here are going to be similar to what my daughter has already learned last year in the student writing intensive. So there's a lot of similar ideas in here as to how she's supposed to write her paragraphs and things like that. But there are definitely some new things in here that she hasn't learned from that program. So I'm excited to give this a try. So these things here she already learned about. So that is what this looks like. Again, this is an early edition of the book. It's focusing on United States history for its paragraphs. And here's a checklist for her composition. And I really like those checklists. It really helps my daughter to have this checklist, and she can just verify in her paper that all these things are here. And then there's a way to grade it for the teacher here, for the parent, and that makes it easier to grade writing papers. So that is what we're going to be doing for writing this year for 7th grade. For grammar, we're going to continue using Abeka Grammar. We've used it the last 2 years for grammar for my daughter, and we'll just continue using it. Now the composition part, the writing part, we won't be using since we have the IEW program that we're going to be using, but she will do the grammar portion here, and I really like Abeka Grammar. So that's what we'll be doing for grammar. So for math, we have used Saxon for many years, and then last year we tried teaching textbooks, but my daughter still struggled both with Saxon and with teaching textbooks. So this year we are going to try something totally new for us, and that is Matthew C. So we're going to try Zeta. So here we have the teacher's book, which is hardcover, and we have the tests, and here's the DVD lessons and the student workbook. So my daughter has already learned about decimals and percents last year in her teaching textbooks Math 7, but she didn't exactly understand what was going on. So I'm hoping that using Matthew C and having the blocks, which I will show you in a minute, will help her get the concepts better. So she may find some of this easy, so we'll just go quickly through whatever is easy for her. And if we finish this book early, then we'll start pre-algebra. So I'm excited to give this a try and see if using the manipulatives, see if they help her. So let me show you the blocks in case you've never seen the Matthew C blocks before. So these are what they look like. I think they have like 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, and 100s. And these are used for all of the lessons. And these are for fractions and other things. I'm not exactly sure about everything because I've never used this before. So I'm excited to give this a try and see how she does with using these hands-on manipulatives. So that's what we're doing for math. Next we have for spelling, Spelling Workout G. This is the 7th grade spelling book from this company, and we have been using this curriculum since my daughter was in 1st grade, and we have used it all along, and so we're just going to continue using it. She's doing fine with it, so we'll just keep using it. Here's the list words here, and I have reviews and flip-throughs of many of the spelling workout books if you're interested in learning more about them. So we'll be using this for spelling. Next, for history, I will be doing history with both of my kids at the same time. My son is going to be in 3rd grade, and of course my daughter is going to be in 7th grade. And these books can be used 1st through 8th grade. So we're going to continue using them through my daughter's 7th and 8th grade as well. So this is volume 3. We've been using these books all along, and we really like them. I like how it is in a story form, and it is also in chronological order. So I read this aloud to the kids. Usually there's only 2 passages a week, so it takes about 2 days to do history for us. And then if you get the activity book, there are maps and coloring pages and activities in here. So there's a map every week and other coloring pages and activities. So here is an example of one of the maps. And in the front of this activity book, there are comprehension questions and book suggestions and crafts and activities like that. So we're going to continue using Story of the World for history. For Spanish, I picked this up online. It's not really the greatest, but I think it'll do just fine. So this is the Spanish Middle and High School book by Carson DeLosa. We will also be doing this year vocabulary from classical roots, and I do have a flip through of this. So there are Greek words and Latin words, and then it talks about the English words that come from them. So this is actually a 7th grade book. So this is A. Next, for logic, I have this Orbiting with Logic book, grades 5 through 7. She has already accomplished the first 2 books in the series, and this is the 3rd one. And I do have a flip through of this too if you'd like a more in-depth look at this. So this is for logic, as well as we will be continuing on with Mind Benders, and she is in level 5 this year, and it is for grades 7 through 12. So these are looking a lot more complicated than the level 4 that we did last year, so it will be a challenge for her, I think. So we'll see how she does. If it is too challenging, then we'll just save it for 8th or 9th grade or whenever she's ready, since it can go all the way up through 12th grade. So those are for her logic. For science, she is going to be doing her own science book this year for the first time ever. So we have been doing Apologia pretty much all along, and this is the 7th grade Apologia science book, Exploring Creation with General Science. And here I have the 2nd edition. There is a 3rd edition out if you're interested in that. So she's going to be doing this on her own, and I'll be doing a different Apologia book with my son. So this is what this looks like. I got for her the audiobook MP3 CD, and this has the entire book read aloud on here. So my daughter can listen to it on her own, and that is the plan for science for my daughter for 7th grade. And we're going to be doing art together. Even though this book is for K through 3, we always do art together, so even I learn as an adult from these books, so we're just going to continue doing art together. And this book goes through modern art, and so there's some really interesting projects. Here you do art on the computer, and there's just some interesting modern art projects in here. So that is what this book looks like. And my daughter also is going to be doing a Proverbs copy workbook to continue practicing her cursive, because we have been using Zehner Bloser all along, and it finishes off in 6th grade. So we did all of their books, and so she'll be doing some Proverbs copy work in cursive to keep her skills up in cursive. And we also do read alouds together, and we also do the Bible together each day. So, and she also has piano lessons with me that we do as well. So that is what I have for my daughter for 7th grade. If you guys have any questions about any of these books, please let me know and I'll try to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.